يا مساء الفل يا ماجد. Unmute yourself.
I can I now? Can you hear me, everyone?
I miss you
finally.
so much, Magid. It's been a very long time.
Yes,
I wanted to
indeed.
see you before I grow old. So I
Yeah,
came to
and I wish I could see you before you get your kids getting married, actually.
Congratulations, by the way. I didn't know. I knew that you were planning for the marriage, but I didn't know the exact date. So I couldn't
Oh,
call
yeah?
or do.
It's
And I
okay,
didn't
Habibi.
know since the
Congratulations
last
on your
time.
newborn.
Say that again.
Congratulations on your newborn.
Yes, he's a very, very very loud boy.
I wonder who is getting this loud voice from, huh?
I'll
It's
summarize
too
what.
quiet.
Listen, can you hear me clearly?
Yes, I do. I do hear you very clearly.
Before he arrived, I had a plan. After he arrived, I had a plan. My wife has a plan. He has a plan, and God has a bigger plan.
That's a good one. That's a good one. Which plan won that at the end?
We should hook up and catch up. And a lot. It's been a lot of. I haven't seen you for a year, I think.
La, come on. It's been a year already? Oh my goodness. I miss you so much, man.
Please say hi to Christine, and let's see you together soon.
I'll definitely pass your regard, of course.
And we're
Of
waiting.
course, I miss you so much, man.
And
And now we became, by the way, now we became kind of neighbors, huh? Now I have two homes, one in Zaid and one in Sheraton. So whenever we'll be there, I'll definitely pass by.
Just let me know whenever you go to Zaid so that I can leave before it.
Of course we do. Of course we do. I miss you so much. So then you can move to Heliopolis. So we can be in different places at the same time.
How can I give permission?
Who's the great? Are you the Zoom master? Seriously?
I'm the Zoom master for the first time, so I'm trying to figure out everything.
Oh yeah, that's cute. Who's the Zoom master guru here? I think Lulu. Where's Alia and Wala actually? Alia and Wala both are gurus in this thing. I might be the right one to ask actually. Yes, we know Hassan. Thank you. Ahmed Ala. Okay. So where is Ahmed? Who can give us? Who can tell us? Adrufi. Oh, I saw you in two screens now. Where was the first screen that you were in? Hey London, how are
welcome
you?
everyone.
How are you, boss?
Hi.
Hi, boss.
Hi, Dina.
Hi, Z. How are you?
Hello,
I'm doing great. How are you?
Hello,
I am
everyone.
great.
Now I can
Hi,
finally
everyone.
speak.
Hi, Megan.
everyone.
How
Hello,
how's
Hassan.
everyone doing?
How are you?
I'm good. Zied, thank you so much for remembering us.
Listen, I've never forgotten you guys. I've been very busy, and now I came back.
Well, welcome back. It's always good to have you.
Thank you so much, Dina. Thank you so much, Dina. And Amra, how is it going?
Amr is now singing.
Doesn't want to speak.
He bought a professional microphone and the headset.
I'm in Zen mode now. I don't want to speak.
Then
Zen mode. Oh, yeah. So you should have
He's meditating, maybe.
before the
Meditation
meeting,
or
yeah?
something. Right? Is it meditation, Amr?
Yeah, meditation with my eyes open.
Yeah.
I just look at the
it's
screen,
possible.
Look at
Yeah,
the people.
Some people do meditation like that also. Yeah.
Wow.
So we start at
I can't
7:15,
Yeah,
right?
that's so Maggot, can we start now, please?
Now or 7:15?
Right away? No. Should we start
Oh
right
yeah,
away? Or
okay.
should we
I think yeah. It's 7:15, okay. Yeah, sure. Let's have like a few minutes.
Maybe you can welcome some new faces. Mahmoud al-Shirdini, right? Is this one of the new faces?
No, Mahmoud is
or
with
he a
us.
regular?
Mahmoud is with us.
Mahmoud has been a member for like
The new
a
member.
month now, Megan.
Welcome aboard, Mahmoud. Sorry, man. You didn't know that we have a newcomer here.
Yeah, yeah. Not exactly new. I think I have been here from 2 months ago.
Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah.
goodness.
And I think you gave your icebreaker like a couple of weeks ago, right?
Yes, yes.
Okay, let's move on.
Moving on, Megan, moving on. Somebody else. You know what? Megan should not welcome the guests. I'll take care of it, okay?
I think you should take the lead for this, Dina. Yeah.
Wait, let me see. I know we have Raghib with us tonight. Hi, Raghib. How are you?
Hi, Dina. I'm doing great. Thank you so much. Thanks for having us today.
Thank you so much for joining us. It's good to see you.
Thank you. Same here.
So can you tell us who's with you from your team tonight?
Yes, as you know, we have our in progress Del Cairo Club. So we have formed our officers team. So we have with us Raghda El Qasabi, who will be the VP of Education for our club. We have Martin Ed, who will be our VP for Marketing and PR. And we have Marwa Rita, who's our treasurer. And we have Fatma, who will be our VP of membership.
Well, that's
so
great.
now we have a Toastmasters club. Man, that's great news, man.
Yep.
Yeah,
Good
so tonight's
job.
going to be their first meeting to actually attend a structured Toastmasters club. And hopefully it could put some things into perspective as far as the to-dos and stuff. So I hope that you guys find it meaningful and informative. And we do encourage you guys to also partake in our table topic segment, which basically we have our members participate in and also our guests. We like to encourage our guests to participate so they could practice and develop their impromptu speaking skills. So Raghib, make sure that you and your team of strong, like Rania said, empowering women participate in the segment. We would love to have you guys join.
We have a full team of women.
That's great. That's a great start. That's a great start.
Yes, yeah.
So Raghib, are you from Alexandria Club?
No, we are building a new corporate club in Del Cairo.
Ah, interesting.
It used to be called AMT, Hassan.
Exactly.
Yeah. Great.
Now Del Technologies. Yes.
Yeah. Interesting.
Well, we're glad to have you. We're glad to have you. We hope you have a great time with us tonight and that it's the beginning of a prosperous journey for you guys.
We hope so. Yeah. Looking forward.
Thank you. And let me see, who else do we have who happens to be new for the first time? I'm trying to look at the names. Let me see. I think I saw, is it Raymond?
Yes, indeed. That's Raymond Habib.
Hi, how are you?
Hi, everybody. I'm
so
fine.
Is it your first time to join us tonight?
Yes, indeed.
So how did
Magid
you hear
has
about
dragged
it?
me here.
Yeah.
Who
Magid
dragged
has
you? Oh! Yeah, Megan dragged me is the right word. Yes, I do believe that.
It became a habit.
Would you please tell everyone how did this happen to you back then in January?
I didn't hear you, Magid. Sorry.
Would you please tell everyone how did this happen to you back in January? Hello? Can you hear me? Hey. Hello? Can you hear me? Hello?
Dina, he's addressing you the question, Dina.
London.
I'm sorry, what? Raymond, I can't hear you.
Magid
I was just telling you, why don't you share with everyone how did this happen to you back in Jan? So maybe Raymond will be the next victim, huh?
Oh, are you talking about the situation when you and I met for the first time? Oh,
exactly.
yeah. So this is what happened. Yes. Megan always remembers the parts where he shines. You know what I mean? He's a very humble person. So basically, I walked into Cairo Toastmasters Club thanks primarily to number one. He's the person who kind of told me about Cairo's branch. And I'm very grateful for that. And then Ziad, I got to know Ziad right after Amr, and they both encouraged me to attend. And then the first person that I ran into physically at the club was our awesome Megid. And then, you know, he grabbed me by the hand. I don't remember who he approached at the time, but he's like, you know, there she is. She's going to be a member right there. I'm like, okay. He was very confident. So now he's like, see, you're not only a member, you're the president now. Yes, Megid, thanks to you, of course.
No. Come on.
Very fast progress, Dina. You are doing very well.
I'm sorry, what?
You are doing very well.
Yes. Oh, yes.
You are progressing very well.
I'm trying my best to survive here.
That scares me then.
We have a very solid team in place. We have a very solid team in place, and everybody here is just amazing, very dedicated. As you will see today throughout the course of the meeting, you're going to find how passionate everybody is, which actually coincides beautifully with our theme today. We're going to talk about passion. Thank you, Hassan, for this theme. So yeah, everybody here is just very involved, very committed. It's a very positive environment. So I hope that tonight's experience is a good one for you, and I hope you come back.
Indeed, I would.
Great.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay. Who else is new?
I'm afraid to call on someone that he might be a member. I don't know. Like Raghib, secondary.
I just spoke to him, Megid.
No, Raghda. He's talking about Raghda?
Oh, I thought he said Raghib. Okay, sorry.
No, Raghib. I was mentioning Raghib. So, okay, fine. Again, I'm not going to point anyone.
Yeah. Okay. So, Megid, please, let Dina be the one who speaks to the
I think
guests.
that would be best for everyone. I think that would be best for everyone.
So, yes, so we just spoke to Raghib, and Raghda's actually on his team. She's from Dell as well. And we have a couple of other people, and hopefully we're going to hear from them.
He turned off his video. That's why I didn't recognize him. He turned off his video. That's why I didn't recognize him.
Okay.
I was there.
So Megid is a visual learner. He's a visual learner.
Yes, I am. I'm too much. Big fan of images. Man.
It works for me too. Works for me.
Yeah.
We have everyone, I think. We do have Megid.
Hassan, do we have the agenda passed on to everyone?
Yeah, sure. I will do it. Yeah, I will do it. Amel. Do we have Amel here today?
Yes, she's there.
Yes, I just saw her.
I can't see her. I can't see her.
She's with her beautiful mask. I love it.
Oh,
Hi.
Okay.
Hi, good.
And her Egyptian background.
Hi.
Okay.
Good evening, everyone.
Hello, everyone.
Ziad! Oh my God.
And
She got moved out from the museum recently.
I missed you so much. Looking forward to see your speech.
I'm not going to speak on the table topic master today.
That's okay as well.
It's great to see you. It's great to finally see you. Man, it's been like a year or something. Wow.
Yeah, I haven't seen many people in the past year.
Yeah. Where have you been, Mr. President?
I've been parenting, working, and
oh, wow.
reading.
Oh, congratulations. I didn't know about that.
Hello.
I didn't know about the baby. Congratulations.
He's already 6 months old.
Wow.
We just celebrated his 6 months old birthday.
Oh, mashallah. Congratulations.
Right? Yeah.
And what's his name?
Thank you so much, Ahmed.
Tamim, ya
Are we starting?
Tamim, mashallah. It's a beautiful name. Congratulations.
So we have 2 minutes. We're going to start at 7:15 on the dot.
Great.
I just hope we have all our main role players. I'm trying to look around just to make sure nobody's missing before we start.
So guys, could you please rename yourselves and write your role before your name? Yeah. Can we please all do this?
I think Simek is missing, and Simek is supposed to be a speaker today.
Yes, yeah.
Okay.
And Ahmed Ala as well, I think.
I think I saw his name. Oh, there he is. Yeah, the camera's off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's just Simek. If somebody could just get a hold of Simek, that would be great. Could somebody just...
I'm calling Simek right now.
Perfect. Thank you so much. Okay, so we have 30 seconds, and then our sergeant at arms, Megan, is going to take it away.
Yes, welcome everyone to another episode of Cairo Toastmasters Club. Today, we're very happy to welcome everyone aboard. We're welcome to have... Why did I got muted? And also, we have the pleasure to announce that we have potential corporate club at Dell Technologies who are joining with us for the first time, for those of you who weren't there at the beginning of the meeting. Let me explain quite a few rules. I would like first to introduce myself. My name is Mag, or Maged Wasif. I am the Sergeant at Arms for today's meeting. And the role of the Sergeant at Arms is to introduce what Toastmasters is all about, give some house rules, and then pass on the microphone to our dearest president to welcome everyone, and then follow the rest of the meeting agenda. By the raise of hands, can anyone tell us who doesn't have an agenda so we can pass it along with our Toastmaster of the day? Can you see Hassan, who's not having an agenda? If so, please tell us. So can Hassan pass it on to you guys? Well, first of all, let me tell you a quick brief about what Toastmaster is. Toastmaster is an international organization. It's a worldwide community that has been there for more than 100 years old. And what they look at is that they want to improve the personal skills of public presentation and speaking to the public, which is mainly the top, one of the top ranked fears of all. If you can stand in front of people and talk. Thanks to technology these days, maybe this is not as scary as it used to be when you stand in front of an audience, yet it is somehow challenging when you're not used to talk to people. So we have different roles in our Toastmaster meeting. We have an counter, a timer, a grammarian, and I'll leave that to the Toastmaster of the day to explain the rest of the roles along with the agenda that he's going to go through. But let me first tell you our ground rules for today. First of all, this club is an apolitical, irreligious, and asexual oriented club, meaning that we are not allowed to talk about sex, religion, or politics, or even soccer or sports like fans of any kind. The second rule that we have is that if you can make or turn off, make your phone silent or turn them off during the period of the meeting. This meeting is supposed to run from now up until 9 p.m., which is almost 2 hours from now. If you can put your phones on mute, that would not disrupt the whole meeting thing. If you are not talking, we highly advise that you put yourself on mute on the Zoom call so you can not distract people who are talking, or we don't need to have multiple people talking at the same time and we will have a distorted conversation. If you can't have your connection stable, please try to stop any downloads that you have, any YouTube streaming that you have. Just set them aside for a while until the minute is over. And that's it. Now back to you, our dearest president. So please, guys, welcome our dearest president, Dina Abu Saif, president of Toastmasters, Cairo Toastmasters Club. Back to you, Dina.
Thank you so much to our awesome Sergeant at Arms for explaining to everybody who joined us tonight for the very first time what Toastmasters is all about. Welcome tonight to everybody who joined us for the very first time, and welcome back to those who returned. We are so delighted to see each and every one of you this evening, and we look forward to having a prosperous meeting tonight. Now, as mentioned earlier, our theme tonight is what is passion? And this theme was beautifully selected by our driven Toastmaster of the day. I think it's a very important topic because, in my humble opinion, passion is what keeps us alive. I think we are all multi-talented. I don't think we're born with just one thing that we can do, but we end up choosing the one thing that we are truly passionate about, and we pursue it aggressively. So for me, I would never be able to do anything that I'm not passionate about, because I do believe that passion generates persistence, and passion encourages you to fight for what you love. So it's not just a job. And as they say, that if you do something you truly love, you won't feel like you've worked a single day in your life. So having passion is very important. It's the driving force behind your success. It is the one thing that truly ignites the light within. And it's the one thing that truly makes you want to wake up in the morning to do what you're truly and genuinely passionate about. So I would encourage everybody to follow their dreams, but to make sure that whatever you decide to do, that you're truly and genuinely passionate about. Because when the going gets tough, I think passion will be able to allow you and enable you to persevere. And before I conclude, I would just like to leave you off with a little something that I came across accidentally a couple of days ago as I was reading a book, and it complements today's theme very beautifully. And it goes like this. It says, you often feel tired, not because you've done too much, but because you've done too little of what sparks a light in you. So keep that in mind. Again, welcome again, everybody. And I would like to encourage our first-time guests to please sign up to practice your impromptu speaking skills in our table topic discussion. With that said, I will hand the mic over to our Toastmaster of the day. Hassan, the mic is yours.
Thank you so much, Dina, for that beautiful speech. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Cairo Toastmasters Club, a place where we practice our passion of public speaking. Passion is the only thing that you do for the sake of doing it. You go to your job because you have to. You visit a doctor because you have to. You buy your groceries because you have to. But you do your passion because you love to. You can fake a career, you can fake a conversation, you can fake many things, but you can never fake your passion. As a little exercise, let's please all of us write our passions in one word in the chat box. Are you ready? Thumbs up. Show me thumbs up. Okay, let's go. Life. Okay. Being happy, helping, human beings, self-improvement, leaving an impact, paying it forward, making a difference. Wow. A lot of great things. Awesome. Awesome. And Shabrawi for Ziad. Shabrawi is food, and food is passion as well. So it's okay. Meeting friends, art, beauty, and peace. Great, great. I see a lot of awesome things. So with that said, I think we are ready. You are lovely, passionate people. So let's go and see our agenda together. Can you guys, I will share the agenda again with you in the chat box. And I will also share my screen and show it to you. Can everyone see the agenda? Thumbs up. Yeah? Okay. I will also share my screen right now. Okay, guys, can you see the shared screen? Okay. Great. So today we have 3 segments. The first segment is the prepared speeches, and we have 2 awesome speakers, Simak Zaghloul and Ahmed Ala. Then we have the table topics segment, where everyone can practice his impromptu speaking skills. And this includes guests also. So a member or a guest or anyone can participate in that segment. Then the third and final segment is the evaluation segment. For each prepared speech, there is an evaluation speech. And we also have 3 roles for evaluation based on time and filler words and the grammar. And at the end, we will present the awards of the best speakers and the best table topic speakers. So let's start with our first segment, which is the prepared speaking segment. And let me introduce the first evaluator. Rania Leila. Please welcome Rania Leila. She will be evaluating Simak. The mic is yours, Rania.
Okay, thank you, Toastmaster of the day, Hassan. Fellow Toastmasters, dear guests, welcome to Toastmasters, where leaders are made. I'm gonna evaluate the first speaker, Simak Zaghloul. He is in level 3. His speech title is World Population, and the purpose of his speech is using presentation software. And to shed more light on the purpose of his speech, it is to demonstrate his understanding of how to use presentation software, including the creation of slides and incorporating the technology into speech. All the best, Simak. Back to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Okay, thank you, Rania. When Rania was asked about her passion was, and I quote, "My passion is to do what I love, and I love speaking up, helping people, and facing my fears." Now, the mic is with our first speaker, Simak Zaghloul. The mic is yours, Simak.
Simak, you're muted.
Simak, could you please unmute yourself?
Yes. Do you hear me? Okay.
Yes.
Do you for or against current world population growth rates? Right. Who is for and who's for against? Could you raise your hand? Are you for or against current world population growth rates? Okay, some will be for and some will be against. Right, let's dive into this topic to know more about it. When and why did the world population grow? And how does rapid population growth come to an end? Oh, would it come to an end? Yes, of course. This is, well, what we will know today. Population of the world today. We'll see now this graph will represent the population of the world today distributed over the countries. We will see that China is the most contributing in the world population, then India, after that United States, and so on. We'll see also in the next graph that the population density over people, that means number of people per square kilometer. And this will show us that dense countries, and when as we saw that the color, when color goes darker, it represents that the more density of people in this area. So we'll see that in Bangladesh and also in Lebanon, more than 800 people per square kilometer. And also after that, we will see Netherlands come the third country. After that, and on the other hand, we'll see that the less populated company, less populated country like Mongolia and Iceland, and after that, okay, I'm trying to get my screen. Okay, after that, we'll see. We'll go to the next graph. That we discussed later that the population of the people over the world and the density of population all over the countries. Now we will see how has world population growth changed over time. We'll see that 12,000 years ago, was 4 million. After that, it increases gradually with a minor rate of increase till reach 1,190,000 in the year zero, in the year of the birth. After that, we'll see. Sorry. The population, we'll see from the graph that population grow from 4 million 12,000 years ago till now reached 7.7 billion in 219. That means that the population increased multiple times all over this period. And after that, we'll see the population grow from slowly over this long time from world population was around 1 billion in year 1,800, then increased sevenfold since then. We'll go quickly through this graph that shows us the rate of population and the rate of population growth. And this is our last slide that population reaches its maximum in 996 2.62 with rate of growth 202 to 2.2%. Then this starts to decrease gradually till now reaches 1%, 1 and 0.1%, and then will start to decrease to average, and by 2100 will reach 0.1%. And as you show from the graph, the population starts, the peak population starts, this graph will start to be stable, and the population will be stable by the year of 2010. So from that we said, we can summarize that we talked about the history and the present of world population and population growth rate, the start and expected end of them for the massive demographic transition, which started from 1,700 until and will end by 2010. Finally, by 2100, what's your expectation? What the world could be and what could happen? Thank you.
Thank you so much, Simak, for that amazing speech. And Mahmoud, could you please, can you hear me? Mahmoud? Mahmoud?
Yes, Hassan, I can hear you.
Yeah. Could you please, when you share the screen, please just share it only for 1 second and then stop sharing so that we can see the screen of the speaker, okay?
Okay.
Yeah, thank you so much. Okay. So now, let me please introduce the second evaluator, Amr. When Amr was asked about his passion, he said that his passion is the chance to experience life in this human body, to interact with objects around me, to explore and learn and pull. Please welcome Amr Aldo.
Thank you, Hassan. Today, I'll be evaluating Ahmed's speech. He is in the presentations mastery pathway, the second level. Today, he'll deliver his third project. It's titled Mentorship. The purpose of his speech is to talk about a time when he was a student, a mentee, and describe his experience being guided by someone else who is more experienced. This speech should show the impact and importance of mentorship. And as John Kennedy once said, we must find time to stop and thank those who made difference in our lives. So Ahmed, let us hear you talk about your mentor and thank him for what he did in your life. So back to you. Thank you.
So now Ahmed will present his speech, Big Fat Zero. Big Fat Zero, Ahmed Ala.
I thought I was going to fail. Third year at college was really tough. And after the first semester exams, I thought I was going to fail. It was difficult and it has a huge impact in the course of my life. Two of my professors this year were really different and similar at the same time. They both were knowledgeable and masters in their fields. One taught us fluid mechanics at the first semester, and the second was teaching metal forming. First lecture at the second semester, the fluid professor walked in. Before he started, as he was going to teach us another subject this semester, and before he started anything, he was disappointed and said, all my effort I have done with you all the last semester didn't pay off at all. I had to mark most of your papers with 0 because you didn't get the final answer right. We were shocked. One of my classmates stood up and said, but we shouldn't care that much about the final answer as long as we get the steps right. Numbers are important, but they are not everything. We don't deserve that 0. Obviously, the professor didn't like what he said. And it turned into a small debate between us, but it didn't end up with any change. On the other hand, before the midterms, a week before the midterms, the middle professor said to us, I want you to study hard for the exam. And each one of you should make a summary of all the lectures so he can use it in the exam. I want to test your understanding, not your memory. I want to make sure that you understood the content right. I got a good grade in this exam, and I didn't have to use my summary, which I believe I still have it somewhere. We all appreciated that professor. Lucky for me, I didn't fail any subject that year. And for the 0 of the flow professor, he only marked half of the exam, where I get my big fat 0, and the other half was marked by another professor. That year was tough, but it taught me many things and impacted and had a huge impact in my life. First, to get as far as I can from any subject or major related to that flow professor. Second, I learned that teaching was not just about teaching a lesson and taking an exam, and if you did well, then I have done a good job, and if you didn't, it's your problem, you weren't making enough effort. Great teachers understand how they impact the life of their students and how that impact shape their future. Okay. Great teachers should also be great mentors who support their students. Facilitate every opportunity, make things easy for them. Support them even if they fail. So, did you see the difference now? Did you see the difference between someone who I cannot remember anything related to his teachings and I only recall the bad experience and injustice, and another one who I really still appreciate, who helped me to understand and see things beyond what he was teaching. The difference between someone who only cares for grades and see his effort into them, like we were some sort of machines, and another one who put his minds into supporting his students and making things more easy for them. The only difference I see between the two professors and the main difference that only one of them had a deep understanding, not only for the content that he was teaching, but also for his students and of his students. That's why he was able to connect with them. And I think that's the only way that you could impact the life of someone, not with a big fat 0. Over to you, Hassan.
Thank you, Ahmed, for sharing that amazing story. By the way, when Ahmed was asked about his passion, he said, and I quote, "For not a plan, it's a feeling, and feelings change, but it's mandatory to have." And also, I forgot to mention Simak's passion. When Simak was asked about his passion, he said that his passion is learning new skills. So now we are finished with the first segment. And let's move to the second segment, which is the table topics segment. In this segment, you have
we have the polls. We have the polls. We have to do the polls.
Okay, yeah. Sorry, and thank you, Ziad, for reminding me. Okay, now we have to vote for the best speaker. So could you please share the poll, Ziad? Okay. So guys, please vote for the best speaker. Okay. So, Mr. Zoom Master, are we done?
Yes, we're done. We have the poll results.
Okay, we can just say the results at the end. And now let me please introduce the roles. We have 3 roles today. We have a counter, the grammarian, and the timer. So let's start with the grammarian. The grammarian is Ashraf. Ashraf, when he was asked about his passion, he said that his passion is okay. He said that my passion is to help others develop and overcome their limiting beliefs and achieve their purpose. Please welcome Ashraf, and he will explain a little bit about his role. The mic is yours, Ashraf.
Hello, everyone. My name is Ashraf Yusuf. This is dog food that you can see here. I just got a new dog. He's 5 months old. Anyway, so today's grammarian, the word of the day is, let me share my screen real quick. All right, the word of the day is contemplate, to contemplate, or contemplation. It means to think about something for a long time. So, I am contemplating about McDonald's. Yes, that is the word contemplation, or to think deeply and at the length of time. So this is the word of the day. If you use it, I will give you a thumbs up. You will not have any financial reward. So yes, please use it in your words. And also I will be tracking your grammar mistakes, your grammar sentences and paragraphs, and I will be making sure that you do it correctly. Thank you. Back to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, Ashraf. And let's contemplate the agenda to see the next role. The next role is the timer role. And our timer is the well-known Mahmoud Al-Shirbini. When he was asked about his passion, he said that his passion is volunteering. Mahmoud, the mic is yours. You can just explain a little bit about your role today.
Greeting, Mr. Toastmaster, fellow Toastmaster. As a timer, my role is to remind all speakers how much times they spent on their speech. And I will alert each speaker of the times they have left using some colors, green and yellow and red colors. I wish I did it for the first speaker very well, but maybe I did it share my screen by wrong way because it is my first time. For prepared speech, normally should be 5 to 7 minutes length. For table topic speakers and AH counter reports should be not more than 2 minutes. Grammarian and individual evaluation should be between 2 to 3 minutes. And the general evaluator report should be up to 10 minutes. Thank you, Toastmaster.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Mahmoud. And now, with the final role today, the A counter. We have our awesome Wala Othman today. When she was asked about her passion, she said that her passion is paying it forward. So please welcome Wala Othman. She will explain the A counter role. The mic is yours, Wala.
Thank you, Mr. Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters, and dear guests. I want you to contemplate the one thing that makes people fluent in languages. Thank you, Mr. Magid. He turned on his camera just to snap because I used the word contemplate. Now, the one thing that makes us sound fluent is not the hours of studying that language. It's not the amount of money we spend in courses studying this language. It is actually in how we speak it. So, hear this. Now, I'm going to eat. I'm going to eat. Or I am going to eat. Now, both of those speakers, they don't have a great command of the language. They both need to think, but one of them used filler words, the other didn't. This is one of the techniques that I heard in language learning, how to sound fluent and trick people. This is like one of the mind games that you can play on people. Trick them that you're fluent, stop using filler words. This is my job today. I'll be counting any ahs and ums that you will hopefully not use. And we'll see the report at the end. Back to you, Mr. Toastmaster.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Wala. Now, are you ready for the next segment? Show me thumbs up. Are you ready? I can't see any thumbs. Okay, great. So the next segment is the table topic segment, where everyone can practice and participate and deliver an impromptu speech. Each speaker will have from 1 to 2 minutes to deliver the speech. And I will now hand the mic to Amal. When Amal was asked about her passion, she said that her passion is art. So please welcome Amal.
Good evening, Toastmasters and guests. Hassan, I have a confession to make. I'm not such a good liar, but I lied to you. I didn't know what to say. I do love art, but this is not my only passion. Maybe because I have a different definition of art. For me, art is everything that's beautiful. Science, for me, is an art. Some people will not think that. I'm an engineer. I think engineering is an art. Not just music, not just movies, not just the temples and the history. And I consider history as an art. I'm crazy a little bit, maybe, but this is my definition of art. Art is every kindness that can happen from a human being. That is art, because that is beautiful. Art is the art of speaking. if you can speak kindly, and if you can speak clearly to someone, that is an art. And that is something that I do have a passion about. And I think that passion is something that you do not have to contemplate about when you need to exert an effort. Oh, I have a timer too? Wow. I'm not doing the speech. I'm your table topic master. Thank you anyway, Mahmoud, because I could have went on and on. Thank you so much. In the beginning of the meeting, I did type in telling people that I need some volunteers. You, Mahmoud, are someone who likes to volunteer, but you did not volunteer because you are the timer. Sorry about that. But since only one person volunteered to be to be in my table topic segment, I will have to choose. So be ready. And because there was someone here who's not even looking at me, Ziad, you will be my first victim. Turn on your mic and come here and you will be on the table topics. Big round of applause, virtual applause to Ziad. You will be my first speaker.
All right.
And as we are talking about passion, I have this quote from Albert Einstein. You know, I like Albert Einstein.
Now
He
I know.
said, you don't, come on. I say it all, I will say that. He said, I have no special talents. I'm only passionately curious. Comment about that, Ziad. The floor is yours.
That's quite interesting. I was reading something the other day, and a very successful young lady, she was mentioning the fact that a lot of talented people are not successful. They are unable to make something going for them in life. And she was wondering why. And my response came from someone who was not talented, however, was so successful in life. And he mentioned to me before that talent will surely take you somewhere. However, skill with talent is a guarantee for success. So whenever you have something that you're passionate about, you don't just have to be talented about it. You have to practice this passion. You need to achieve self-mastery, especially in your area of expertise. And you do that just like you ride a bicycle. You ride a bicycle for the first time, you fall. You ride a bicycle for the second time, you fall. And in the 10th time or the 20th time, you become someone who could compete even in a sport just like riding bicycles in races or anything of that sort. So I'd like to add to your quote that talent alone is not enough. Got to understand that skill as well pays a lot on the long term. Back to you, Amr.
Thank you very much, Ziad. I am very happy to have heard your speech. And I am actually completely agreeing with you, because I always thought that talent is never enough. Skill and hard work is what always pays out in the end. And now, as this, I know that most of our guests probably do not know that Ziad is the first president of this club, or was the first president of this club. When I joined in, he was the president, and I haven't seen him in a long time. That's why he was my first victim. Now, to my volunteer. The only one who volunteered was Marutesh. Marutesh, are you here? Could you please turn on the camera and unmute yourself? Hello? Okay, seems that we've lost him. Okay, he volunteered and then he ran away. That means that I can pick another victim. All right. I can see, but I want a guest actually. I can see that there is a Ragab is here. He's a guest. Would you like to join us, Ragab? Please unmute yourself. Or Raghib, I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing the name right. Could you unmute yourself? Oh, okay.
Yeah, the host wasn't enabling me to. Yeah.
He always does that. Sorry about that.
No
All
problem.
right.
Yeah, it's Raghib. Yeah,
Raghib.
Raghib.
All right.
Yeah.
Welcome to the club.
Thank you so
All
much.
right. The next quote is from Nelson Mandela. He said, "There is no passion to be found in playing small." Your floor. There is no passion about found in playing small.
Yeah, I love Nelson Mandela, and I love his quotes. It's a very good one. I never heard it before, but it makes sense for me. Actually, when you play small, it's always about the tactic. You know, I think playing small comes from fear, comes from hiding, comes from not believing in yourself, maybe. So it's all things that contradicts with passion. So if you're passionate about something, it'll be like fighting for it. And with fighting, you play big. You believe in yourself. You believe in your capabilities. You stand for yourself. You stand for your beliefs, concepts, principles. So with that, you play big. So that's where I see Nelson Mandela's quote makes very sense. Yeah, when you contemplate on the quote, you feel like you want to find your passion and you want to play big. It's very inspiring quote. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Raghib.
Yeah.
You're absolutely right. Fight for your passion. That's everybody's dream. That's the passionate's dream, is to fight for his passion. Okay, I can see that Marotech is back. Are you here? Are you still with us? Hey, my only volunteer. Where are you? Okay. Oh, Simak. Simak, you want to volunteer? Wow. All right. Come on in. Unmute yourself. Hello. Simak, you volunteered, right? Don't take your words down. Yeah, there you are. It's great to have you again today as a speaker. Great. Okay, here's the next quote. Develop a passion for learning. If you do, you will never cease to grow. Again, develop a passion for learning, because if you do, you will never cease to grow. Simak.
Thank you, Toastmaster Amal. You said that develop passion for learning, so you will not cease to grow. I completely agree with this quote, because every one of us need or have to find his passion, find what things makes him better, what are things gives him the energy to make work, to challenge himself, to become better, and to become the best default, or the best person, the best copy of himself. I'm trying to find my passion. I think passion may be your behavior, makes you feels well, makes feels you achieve something that gives you the energy. Every time you should speak with yourself to tell yourself, did I found my passion? Did I need something to develop myself? When you stop and re-speak to yourself, you will develop yourself and you will continue for your self-improvement. Back to you, Justice.
Thank you very much, Tamak. That was an inspiring speech. Okay, since I'm not getting any volunteers here, I'm going to choose some of our guests. I can see Ihab. Ihab, hello. The camera was on for a second. Where did you guys go? Okay, then I will choose one of Ihab. Are you here? Can you guys hear me? Because, okay. All right, great. Okay. Okay, Marwa. I can see a guest here, Marwa. Could you please turn your mic on?
Hi, Aman.
All right. Hello, Marwa. Great that you joined us. I believe that you're a first-time guest here.
Yes, I'm from Dalteam.
Dalteam, welcome. Welcome to Toastmasters. Okay, here is your quote. If passion drives you, let reason hold the reins. Again, if your passion drives you, let reasons hold the reins. Okay, your floor. The virtual floor is yours.
Okay. So it's the first time for me. A little bit.
You can have your 30 seconds if you want. We're all here to hear you.
Okay, thank you. I think that having a passion, I have a passion of learning and studying. So I made some studies. I got some certificates, and it was my passion that made me stand for during the hard times that I passed through. And if I didn't have strong passion and strong reasons to continue, I think I would have dropped most of these certificates long time ago. So I remember the first certificate that I made, it was a CMA, and at that time I didn't have any belief in myself that I will continue. And I used to think of myself that I don't really continue anything. And it took me a little bit longer than anything else, because it wasn't passion only. It was also that I needed this in my career. So I saw reasons for continuing my study, and I wish I discovered this long time before starting and before continuing, because this certificate took me like 5 years to complete it, which I can complete in 1 year. So but I actually had a manager who was encouraging me, and he thought of me that I can do it, I can be better, and I can learn from my mistakes, my previous mistakes. So I think I think that's all for me.
Thank you very much, Marwa. Thank you very much. Okay. Again, a random choice. Okay, I chose a girl this time. Okay, next one is gonna be Raymond. Raymond? Hello? You guys are all hiding behind your laptops. Turn on the camera, turn on your mics, and come on in. Raymond? Okay. Oh, Amber is volunteering. Okay, the floor is yours. Come on in. Unmute yourself. I'm not sure if you were just kidding or you're really volunteering, but anyway, I just, it's always
I
great
felt sorry for you. I had to.
No, thank
jump
you.
in.
Thank you. Yeah, I don't know what's happened to this meeting. And it's just because I cannot see you guys, only very few people, this camera are on, and they're all us. It's just us, the members. Where are the guests? They're all hiding, Mom. Thank you for
Social
coming.
distancing.
Yeah. Anyway, your coat. It's Oprah. Oprah Winfrey. Yeah. Passion is energy. Feel the power that comes from focusing on what excites you. Again, passion is energy. Feel the power that comes from focusing on what excites you.
Have you ever watched Tom and Jerry? Can I see a show of hands?
Yeah.
For thousands of episodes, Tom kept chasing Jerry. He never caught him. He never learned the lesson. Like by the first 5 episodes, if I were Tom, I would say, okay, this mouse is really smart. I'm going to stop chasing him. But this cat is so tenacious, so persistent. For hundreds of episodes, it kept chasing the same mouse. Well, why don't you find another mouse, a slower mouse or a handicapped mouse, or move to another house where mice are easy to catch? Why do you want to catch that particular mouse? And this cartoon reminds me of people's lives because they chase happiness. They chase their passion. They're looking for it their whole life. You meet people in their 30s and their 40s and their 50s. What's your passion? Are you happy? No, I am searching for happiness. No, I am searching for my passion. When are you going to find it? When you go to the grave? That's when I realized passion and happiness is not something that you catch outside. It's not something that you chase. And if you try to chase it, you will never catch it. Passion and happiness is something that you generate from within yourself. I used to think I'm only passionate about this, so if I do anything else, I'll be unhappy. So I studied pharmacy. 7 years of pharmacy. Yes, I was a big failure, and I hated it. And I took classes that I didn't like. I met people that I didn't like. But then when I started generating passion from within myself, I started liking things I thought I wouldn't like. So I sit with all people and I listen to all kinds of talks. And normally this would have been boring for me, but now I see it with a different angle, with a angle and perspective of tolerance, acceptance. I have something to learn from those I like and from those that I don't like. So don't chase these things. Don't chase them and don't put yourself into a mold. Instead, enjoy life. Enjoy every second of living. Celebrate life every day. Don't wait for your birthday. And then you'll find that happiness and passion are within you, not anywhere else. Back to you.
Thanks, Ham. It's always a pleasure to hear you speak. And I love Tom and Jerry. Okay, the next one. Okay, Martin Ed, I guess. Martin.
Yes, hello, Anne.
Hello. Thank you. Thank you for picking up that mic.
No problem. Thank you for having us.
I'm not a beggar, but oh my God, you guys make me. Thank you, Martin. Okay, here is your quote. At C.S. Eliot. It's obvious that when we can no more explain a passion to a person who has never experienced it, then we can explain light to the blind. Again, it's obvious that we can no more explain a passion to a person who has never experienced it than we can explain light to the blind. The virtual floor is yours. We're all ears.
Okay. I think it makes a lot of sense because passion is what drives you. It's what makes you go forward in life. And it's like the light for you. So if you're blind, you cannot see the light. So so if someone who doesn't have a passion and you want to explain to him what passion is, it is like explaining to a blind person who has never seen the light before what light is. So yeah, it makes a lot of sense. And while contemplating this quote, I've realized that we have all had some times where we were blind because sometimes in our lives we cannot find our passions. Sometimes we are in dark spots, and it takes time to find the light. Sorry, back to you, Toastmaster.
Thank you so much, Martine. And I hope everyone finds that his light, his or her light. Sometimes it gets very dark, but there's always light in the end of that tunnel. Who loves John Bon Jovi? I know I do. Who else? Okay, because the next quote is from John Bon Jovi. So who wants to listen to that? Okay, I can. Megan, you raised your hand. Okay, you're on. I mean,
yes, now I can unmute myself finally.
Okay.
I'm just going through all the lyrics that I know about Bon Jovi to try to
shut
find
to the heart.
exactly passion phrase that you're looking at.
It's not one of his songs, but it's something that he said. He said, nothing is as important as passion. No matter what you want to do with your life, be passionate. So nothing is as important as passion. So no matter what you want to do with your life, be passionate.
I think I'll take my 30 seconds to think about it. That's a very deep thought, deep sentence.
Yeah, he's way deeper than Benjamin Franklin. I mean,
yeah. So let me count my 30 seconds before Mr. Counter counts them on me. Well, first of all, to answer this question, I do have a personal story to tell. It might not be as like gorgeous and inspiring as the one Amr was saying, but it might be a bit close to what he's saying, but not in the studying field, maybe in the working field. When I first graduated, I was, well, other than being disappointed not being hired at the university, being one of the top ranking people on my class, I had to find a job that has nothing to do with my qualifications. And I can remember on the first 6 months, actually it was in a very well-known bank. It wasn't like an under-the-table job or anything. It was a very good position for some people. But for me, as a graduate with high honors, thinking that I'm the guru guy who can like be chased by employers, and I got that job. I remember the first 6 months of my employment career, I used to not cry, but being so disappointed going back and forth to my job. Up until 4 years later that I changed that job to another job that I love for another employer. Since then, I can literally see what John Bon Jovi was saying about living and not just going to work. I remember I would voluntarily sleep at work, sleep like literally sleep. They would open the door, finding me with the same set of outfit that I had the day before. It reflected on my morale. I was really happy to go to work, although it was an extended working hours environment. It was a private company that was located 30, 40 miles away from my house. Commuting was a nightmare, yet I was so passionate about it. Just going there, contemplating what I do every day, the achievement that I had done over a small course of time. That was, in my opinion, how you can follow your passion. You don't feel the pain, you don't feel the tiredness, but you just do it with love and passion. Back to you, Mr. Toastmaster, the favorite topic of the day.
Well, Maged, I think you can never do anything that you're not passionate about. I think you would just give it a kick and no, I will do whatever I am passionate about. And I think you're absolutely right. I cannot do something that I'm not passionate about either. And about passion, you guys are all here because you have a passion for public speaking, right? Okay. So if I do not get a volunteer now, again, I will choose. So I can see that there is Ines Tahir. Could you unmute yourself, Ines? Hello. Again. Ziad, maybe she cannot unmute herself. I'm not sure.
I'm trying to ask her to unmute herself, but she's probably not there. So
she's not responding. Okay.
Pick another victim.
Okay, one of our very great guests, Sharif, is here. Okay, so you are here. You're coming next, Sharif. I know that you have a passion for public speaking. You will come forward. Yes. I know that you will. It's great to have you back with us.
Thank you. Thanks so much. Welcome to all. Ziad, very nice to see you. Very nice to see you all.
Thank you for joining us, Sharif. Okay, here is your quote. You can't fake passion. You can't fake passion. That's it. Your floor.
Okay. Okay. Passion always been I think the engine that keeps you going. And once this engine is not working, you know, like every day you train yourself to go on and to get power from the passion itself, because when you lose it, you lose your power to go on in your career, in your anything that you do, a hobby, whatever. So when you have the passion, you have all that you need to go on in discovering whatever you want. For me, I had many experiences, you know, with passion. Like for instance, I had this passion about guitar. You know, I want to play guitar. Okay, just I love the sound. So my passion was, I want to play it. So how? I don't have a guitar. Then one day, a friend of mine gave me, you know, a guitar as a gift. And I started with this passion, you know, to watch videos and, you know, get tab lectures and to know about chords and all this. And then the end, I started playing, and I now some songs that I can play. All this using my passion to proceed my dream or the things that I want. So that's it. Passion is everything. Thank you.
Thank you, Sharif. Thank you very much for joining us and for your nice speech.
Thank you.
Okay, the next quote is coming from India. Who has a passion for traveling? Nobody like, okay, now you're all in the COVID, so I know no one is traveling right now, but maybe someday. Or even if it was your passion BC before Corona. No? Oh my God, you all like to stay at home. Okay then, fine. Again, I will choose. Voila. Voila. Yeah. Mm.
Oh no.
Oh yeah. I'll be counting your odds because I know it's easy. It's gonna be a 0, so I will not really be counting. All right. Your quote is coming from India. It's Deepak Chopra. He said, the greatest leaders are able to tell a good story with authenticity. With passion. Sorry, I mixed it with another quote. Sorry. The greatest leader can tell a story, a good story, with passion.
Thank you, Table Topics Master. I am creating my own story, so I will not be able to tell it today because it's going to take me years, but I'm creating one. Wait for it, because I learned a language. I tried to learn a language 9 years ago. I started with French. I took a course. Actually, I took so many courses. 9 years. We're talking about 9 years of language learning. I traveled 2 hours, commuting for 2 hours, and 2 hours coming back. So that's 4 hours of my day to learn that language. Every day I wouldn't really study, but I would count it as a day. I would say, I've been learning French for 5 years. And then tomorrow comes, I've been learning French for 5 years in a day. I've been learning French for 5 years in a month. But I wasn't really studying. These days, or actually I started, these days, if you ask me, like what language, how long have you been learning that language that you're learning right now? I would say, oh, I just started a couple of months ago. Even though I think I started half a year ago. I study every single day, no tutor, nothing, but I love it. I stopped counting days, I stopped counting hours. It's just the passion that drives. And when I look back, I'm like, no, I did not start yesterday. I actually started a couple of months ago. That's huge time of my life dedicated to that language, but I never feel it. So my teachers and my friends, they made fun of me because I wasn't able to learn French for 9 years. But that wasn't really the thing that held me back. It was myself. It was my negative self-talk. It was the feeling that I'm not blessed with languages. My tongue just cannot do it. So this one is a challenge for me. I'm starting to change my psychology before I'm changing my techniques and approaches and my material. So hopefully one day I'll speak about this story with passion and about passion after I succeed, not now. Madam Toastmaster, Madam Table Topics Master.
I am sure you will succeed, and that will be very, very soon. I know you will. And about French, my God, I hate French. I can speak French. I'm very good at it. And still, oh God, I hate it. I don't know why. I have no idea. And they say, I think you're the one who said that the more you say that I hate French, you hate it just more. So we share that. Oh, I am a French speaker, Hassan. It's okay. It's not offensive at all. I think the French hate French. Okay. Oh, Amber, you want to volunteer again? Really? Okay. I don't mind. Seriously.
I'm sorry, but we have to conclude the table topic section.
Really? Okay.
Ready.
Okay, I still have 3 more quotes. I think I will just write them down for you.
So
Okay,
actually,
then. Thank you very much.
I think
And
we have a couple of minutes.
Sure.
We have a couple of minutes, so we
I
can
know.
just try.
Yeah, I know
only,
that to 8:30, right?
Yeah,
Or have
only
we
one.
had?
We can try only
Okay. One more.
Okay.
Okay.
We can do with
anyone. A guest, maybe a guest that can have the chance. Who can have this last chance?
The last chance.
Yeah.
Last speaker.
Any guest? Let's seize this opportunity.
Because if no one came, it's going to be you, Hassan.
The last chance. Carol, we have Carol here.
Carol, all right. I think Carol was here before. She's
Yes,
not
I did.
Right. You're not the first time in Toastmasters. Welcome back.
Hello, everyone.
Great to hear your voice again.
Great to be here.
Okay, I'll have to choose one of those. Okay, your quote is, every great dream begins with a dreamer. Again, every great dream begins with a dreamer. The floor is yours,
well,
Karen.
first of all, I wanted to say that a couple of hours when you posted on Facebook that this day's topic is going to be about passion, I was really intrigued to attend more just because of the word passion. And I found myself contemplating on what the word passion means. I looked it up and I Googled, and there's so many meanings to passion, but there was one that attracted my attention, and it was control it. And this quote made me think of something else relevant to it, which is how by passion people have managed to break so many borders that we never thought we'd break before. The first person who decided, oh, I want to fly, he was so passionate about wanting to fly that his dream came true, even with a small, tiny step. The first woman that decided, I want to have a higher education. She was so passionate about education that she decided, you know what, I'm not stopping here. I'm continuing my dream and I'm getting that higher education. So I think through passion is that we can overcome the obstacles in getting the dreams that no one ever thought we can reach. It's reaching for the impossible because the emotions we have towards this thing is so uncontrolled, it cannot be shushed or hushed down or neglected. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Carol, our last volunteer and our last table topic speaker. Thank you very much. It was inspiring. You guys made me a beggar. Oh, God. And now over to Hassan, our Toastmaster of the day, our great Toastmaster of the day. Back to you.
Thank you, Amal, and thank you for everyone. Wow, that was a very passionate segment, really, really. And now we will have to vote for the best. So, Mr. Timer, Mahmoud, Toastmaster Mahmoud, could you please tell us who is qualified to be voted for?
Yes, Hassan, we can vote between Ziad, Raghib, Marwa, Martin, Sharif, and Carwin.
Okay. Mr. Ziad, could you please show us the poll?
All right, it's there.
Okay.
Ziad, is there a chance that we can remove the disqualified members as per Mahmoud's
Say that again, Magid, please.
There are some people who went overboard on the timing part, so
all right,
they were not.
All right.
So guys, okay, so
could you please repeat the names quickly?
Okay, Ziad, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Ziad, Raghib, Martin, Sharif, and Carol. Again?
No, that's okay. That's okay.
Are these the people who have been disqualified?
This during the time. They did their speech during the time.
Okay, no, guys, he means all speakers. All speakers. All
The
speakers,
winner
even
is
the
not-
disqualified
is-
ones.
is on time. So let's move on to the next part. Let's go.
Yes. We can vote between these names, what I mentioned.
Okay.
All right. We have the results for the poll of those names. All right. We can move on now. Back to you, Hassan.
Okay. So now with our last segment, which is the evaluation segment, I will introduce you to our general evaluator, Alia. When Alia was asked about her passion, she said that it's contributing to personal and collective growth. Please welcome Alia Atiyah. The mic is yours, Alia.
Ladies and gentlemen, for the first time in the history of Toastmasters online, I turn off my video throughout the entire meeting and I avoid doing any reactions of any sort, whether it be clapping or party reactions or laughing. This is the highlight of empathy. I put myself in the shoes of those of you who have your videos off and it feels awful. Really. Being a part of the meeting truly means being there, video on, audio on, if unmuted, of course, by our awesome Zoom master. Having said that, I'd like to begin this segment with a big round of applause to our Zoom master, Ziad Fayed, and to our Tyra Mahmoud for doing their roles online for the very first time. Awesome work. Now let's get this segment started with. Our first evaluator of our first speaker is going to be our beautiful Rania Leila, who is going to be evaluating Simak's speech. With a big round of applause, let's make some noise and welcome Rania to the stage.
Thank you so much, beautiful Toastmaster Alia. I just want to ask first, am I audible? My voice clear? Okay, awesome. And I just beg Mr. Timer, please have some mercy on me, okay, while I'm introducing my report. And now for Simak, I would like to congratulate you for meeting the requirements of your project, which was understanding how to use presentation software. That was amazing. And comparing this speech with your previous ones, this was your best. Totally different one from the level of energy, from everything, even if your voice as well. Your speech was well organized. You divided into the intro and the body and the conclusion. Of course, and you illustrate this on presentation. That was really awesome thing. Of course, you state a question at your intro to engage the audience. But guess what? You didn't really engage us because that you were reading the question twice from your paper, which was just makes me personally like confused whether you will be listening to my answer or not. So I suggest next time that before sharing screening of your presentation, just please say the question or ask the question to engage your audience when you just keep an eye contact with them. I like your smile so much. It was very inspiring. While you are illustrating the message of your speech, I like it most when you pointed your mouse on such areas on your maps, because you have 7 maps, and this was like huge amount of information that we can absorb, especially when some technicality that happened and you couldn't share your screen and we couldn't see the whole thing. So there are some information that we have missed throughout your speech. But organizing your slides from the intro and the cover of your presentation, and then you do the agenda and you just stated the points you will talk about, and then make it the intro and some slides like 7 maps, and then the conclusion. That was very organized. Concerning the body language, I like it so when you moved your your hands, and it was like first time for me to see this. And you stated the background and your setting style and all these things in a very perfect way. I like it so much. And your hands, when you move your hands, it was for a meaningful purpose, and that was really good thing too. Concerning the eye contact, since you were reading the slides or the things from your paper, you weren't in eye contact with your audience, so we couldn't like feel what you want to say to us. So I suggest, highly recommend next time, if you just keep your eye contact with us, and if you just want to read something or read something from the slides, it's okay. You can just look at the slide for 1 second, and for us for like 4 or 5 seconds. It will be great thing to do. Vocal variety, I like your pace. It is my first time to see that your level of energy this time, and your pace was not very slow as used to be, but I like it so much. I just recommend next time, once you state some facts and some maps as you just did, and this huge amount of information, just explain it slowly so that we can absorb this kind of information. I have so many things to do, by the way, and say to you. I like the cover, yes, when you said all the things on your presentation, that was really awesome thing. And rather than that, you just did a great job. Very well done, Simak. Back to you, General Evaluator. Beautiful, Alia.
Thank you so much, Rabia. And now moving on to our second evaluator of our second speaker, Ahmed Ala. He'll be evaluated by Amr Adouh. Please give him a big round of applause.
Thank you, Alia. I'm going to divide my feedback into 3 parts. I'm going to talk about speech organization, vocal variety, and body language. Regarding speech organization, I really liked how you start with a story, because a personal story is a good way to grab attention. You talked about 2 professors and what each of them told you and how that made an impact on your test taking and your studies later on. One comment though, the story had only one scene, which is the professor in the lecture room telling you something. Consider adding more scenes for progression. So the story, you need to carry it forward. There are different chapters, things happening. So inside the lecture room, and then talking to your friends on the phone later and panicking, and then somewhere else, your father pressuring you maybe. So add different chapters to your story, show some progression, make the story sufficient, full of detail, show how this mentor helped you, because I'm sure that your mentor didn't just tell you a few words before the test, but it was a relationship in which many things happened and in which many things were said. So maybe share more experiences that happened with your mentor, not just that one moment where he told you some words before the test. So that's one point. I like that you use clear transitions when you extracted lessons from your story. So the first lesson and the second lesson and the third lesson, that's very nice. In the closing, you related to something you said earlier in the speech. You said that's how you could impact someone, not with the big fat 0, relating to part of the story earlier where you got the big fat 0 and you slowed down to show that you're closing. So that's a good way to end the speech, going full circle, talking about something in the end, connecting it with something you said in the beginning. That's really good. Moving on to vocal variety. I could see that you're more relaxed now. You're more conversational. You're not as nervous as you used to be. So that's great. You started varying your pitch more, conveying surprise for when you heard the professor's words, or how the professor was disappointed when he berated you or degraded you with his warnings. One thing though, the volume was constant. So consider lowering the power a little bit to grab attention sometimes. So I was walking in the street and then I saw a haunted house. I approached the front door and I opened the door and I found da da da. So you lower your voice and then you go back up with your voice to consider varying your power. The pace was somewhat constant, the speed. So try to speed up to show excitement and try to slow down to emphasize key points. And when you forgot, there was at one point in your speech when you forgot and you said, okay, and you laughed nervously. So when you forget, no one knows that you forgot. So the best option is to say nothing. Pause, and the pause makes it seem as if you're pausing for impact. No one realizes that you forgot anything. So that's regarding vocal variety. You're more relaxed, conversational, but power and pace need to change more. The gestures, they weren't clear in the camera frame. When you said a big fat 0, your hands were showing only your 2 fingers, not the whole 0. And all your gestures were at your lower torso, outside of the camera frame, so we couldn't see them. So consider stepping a meter away from the camera so we can see, or raise your hands and use gestures up here so we can see them. And the left hand is more dominant in gesturing, so try to bring the right hand into play and use both hands. All right? So all in all, it's a great speech. I'm out of time. I hope this was sufficient. Let's follow up later after the meeting and I'll tell you more. Back to Toastmaster.
Ladies and gentlemen, we had 2 beautiful evaluators, Rania and Amr. Is the poll ready for voting? I see an empty chair in the Zoom master screen. Oh, Ashraf is here. Give us a thumb. Oh, perfect. All right. So we have Rania and Amr. All right, I believe that's enough time for voting. Are we done?
Yes, we're done.
Perfecto. All right, so now that we're at it, before we move on to the GTA team, I'd like to comment on one small thing here regarding the polls. I mean, it's amazing to see, you know, numbers and percentages and everything, but considering the word empathy we talked about previously at the start of this segment, I would urge the future Zoom master to avoid showing numbers or results or percentages on the screen, just, you know, for the
Alia,
sake
you're
of...
the only one who's seeing them because you are a co-host.
Thank God you pointed that out, because I was like, is everyone seeing this? This is hard.
I saw the one for the the table topic one, by the way, and I'm not a cover.
Pardon, my voice changed. What do you say, Megan?
I saw the ones of the table topic of the table topic speakers. I've seen the results. Maybe it was at that time I wasn't co-hosting. I don't know.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, thank you for pointing that out, because I thought the percentages were seen by everyone. So just for the uplifting spirit of us all, we shouldn't really be seeing numbers on the screen. All right. So moving on now to the GTA team. This is going to be first started off by our one and only grammarian, Ashraf Yusuf. Please give us your awesome report.
Thank you, Madam Alia.
Miss Alia.
Oh, Miss Alia, whatever you like. I am on board with anything. So, Simek, you first started off saying the word next. It is next, not next. So this is the first point. You also said by the year of 2010, population will be stable. So of course, this is an extra off. So the correct pronunciation would be by the year 2010, population will be stable. Ahmed Ala, I appreciate that professor. So this is something that a lot of Egyptians use because they are translating in their heads. So of course, we all know in Arabic, أنا بقدر whatever. But this should be said in the proper English way. I love that professor, or that professor helped me so and so and so. And using the word I appreciate that professor is a direct translation in Arabic that we do in our heads. Ziad, unable to going something in life. Of course, it's unable to do something in life. So please apologize for this grave mistake. Okay. Amal, completely agreeing with you. Of course, there is an extra ing, completely agree with you. Simak, again, because he volunteered twice or he spoke twice. What are things give him energy? Of course, this is like with a corrector and you do it again. What gives him energy? Marwa, if I didn't had strong passion. Of course, if I didn't have strong passion. And she also said, I needed also in my career. It's, of course, I needed this in my career or whatever the context is. And finally, Sharif also said, so this is something that a lot of people do also. For me, so and so and so. So this is also a direct translation in Arabic because they say in their heads, بالنسبة لي. But of course, there's no such thing in English. So it should be used in a different way if it's gonna be in English. So thank you. And also the people who have said the word of the day are Hassan, Amal, and Martine. Thank you guys for your participation, and back to the GE.
Thank you, Ashraf. You needed a ruler right there. Simak, you said this. I don't know what. It's like a whip, whip. That was an intense grammarian report. Thank you for that. Although a small suggestion for future meetings perhaps is not to mention names for just so no one takes it personally. To just keep it as general comments perhaps, and also focus on good language use, some quotes that attracted your attention that were said by some speakers, some phrases, etc. But overall, great job, Mr. Grammarian. Now moving on to our second role player, our awesome timer, Mahmoud. Could you please give us your report?
Okay, thank you, Alia. For prepared speech, CMAC is 30 seconds to his 7 minutes. 7 minutes and 30 seconds to his 7 minutes. Ahmed Ala, 5 minutes, 57 seconds. For table topic speech, Ziad is 1 minute and 45 seconds. Raghib is 1 minute and 30 seconds. CMAC 2 minutes and 16 seconds. Marwa 2 minutes and 10 seconds. Amr 2 minutes and 23 minutes. Martin 1 minute 27. Sharif 1 minute 45. Wala 2 minutes 21. Carol 1 minute 33. Individual evaluation. Rania 3 minutes 28 seconds. Amr 3 minutes 48 seconds. Grammarian Ashraf 2 minutes 35 seconds. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Timer. It's funny how as soon as you mentioned Wala's name, her bird turned around as if it was answer. Pay attention to what you said. Thank you. That was a comprehensive timer report, but of course, because we're all here to learn and improve ourselves, there's always room for improvement to all of us. So our Mr. Timer chose to share screen to display green and yellow and red to the speakers. I suggest perhaps for future meetings, we can avoid sharing screen because some of our speakers, like for example, Simak, shares his screen to view his PowerPoint. And so when viewing his PowerPoint and then sharing screen with a timer, it blocks it, you know, a beautiful wave comes in with a crash. So perhaps next time we can use card colors or sort of items with different colors, green and red and yellow, to compensate that or substitute the screen sharing. And another point, there's always 30 seconds above and below maximum time. So let's say if anyone reached their maximum 2 minutes in their table topics, they still have 30 seconds to wrap up. But of course, again, we mentioned our timer took this role for his very first time. So awesome job overall. Keep learning, and we are all learning with you. Now, moving on to our third role player of tonight's meeting. A counter with her precious bird. Marwan, could you please tell us the counter report?
Of course, thank you, General Evaluator Alia. I cannot believe that Marwan is going live on YouTube right now. This is his first time on YouTube. Hello, YouTube. Now, with the report, I better not move. I don't want to scare him off. Oh, you cute. All right, starting with CMAC. Yes, so I'm going to start with the first Hassan, our Toastmaster of the day. You did a great job. 0 odds. Good job. And we have the speakers. We've got Simak. You've got only 2 odds, which is a great improvement. If you remember, I think that was one of the great problems or challenges that you faced in your Cairo Toastmasters journey. And then now only 2 odds. That's incredible. Ahmed Ala, you have 1 big which is also great improvement. We have Ziad, 1 little which was weird. And then we have Raghib, 1 so, like a big so, but it was fine. I think I'm just picky. Like, why is that even bad? And then we have Simak again in the table topics. So in the table topics, because you weren't very prepared, I noticed a couple of ums. So there were 4. And then we have Marwa. Marwa, you have a problem with repeating words. So you would go before, in, to. So maybe take care of that. Just say the word once. I mean, I also struggle with that. Amr, you have 0 odds as a table topic speaker. Then Martin, I counted 6 ums. Magid, only 1 little Sharif, we have 7 odds. Carl, 0. And then Hassan, Hassan again? No. With the auxiliary roles, we have Alia. I only counted 1 little and then Rania, your speech was so good and your evaluation was so good that I forgot to count. Amr, you have 1 little and I think that is it. Good job, everybody. Today, I think you all did amazing. I said right now. You all did amazing regarding not using filler words. Bye. Marwan, as soon as I finished my report, Marwan just went off. Thank you, and back to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you so much, Wala. That was a great report right there as an counter. 1 small point for improvement, perhaps in future meetings, could be to leave it off with some tips for us to overcome the filler words, including breath control or any tips of any sort, especially for guests who are still delivering speeches for the first time. It would be helpful for them to overcome it, but thank you so much for your report. And now, ladies and gentlemen, let us contemplate on the entire meeting as a whole. As a quick run through, we started off with a Sergeant at Arms starting right on time, 7:15, and bam, we started. That was a great job right there. You emphasized what topics are prohibited during the meeting. You were there, present, and in control. However, there was 1 small point that we can improve for next time, which is to mention our club mission. What are we here for? Yes, we provide a positive and supportive learning environment. Yes, we do. And that was clearly presented by our awesome members and guests tonight. Then we left it off with Dina after our Sergeant at Arms started off. Dina, beautiful introduction as always. A small point right there, you gave it a glimpse when you said that there is a table topic segment coming up during the meeting where guests can also volunteer. Perhaps we could also use this opportunity to try to let all members and guests have their cameras on for them to get the full experience of this, and then have them also send their names to the table topic master from the very start, before we even officially start our prepared speeches segment as well, just so we have more volunteers in advance before getting into the table topic segment. And then perhaps we could also leave it to directing guests to Rania, VP membership, acknowledging her presence so they can reach out to her towards the end of the meeting, and have our beautiful VPR as well send a survey link so we can get in touch with all those guests we have with us after our meeting. Moving on, we had our the Toastmaster of the day, Hassan. Beautiful theme. I loved it very much. Passion is the key to why we are all here, in fact, tonight. So beautiful choice of a theme. A few hiccups right there. Introducing the role players at the very start of the meeting instead of during the meeting would have helped a bit more for guests to know what are they going to be watched for. And also for you to have perhaps the agenda printed out in front of you in hard copy. It always helps because it's all right there in order, one by one. You know what to do and what next and so on in the right order. But you handled it very well in the very beginning when you insisted in the chat box for everyone to rename themselves. If they have a role in the meeting, to put that in front of their names. And even though some people still didn't do that until now, there is always a next time and we're still learning. Moving on to our prepared speeches segment and table topics segment. During those two segments, ladies and gentlemen, while someone is speaking, let's avoid using the chat box. I mean, we gave table topic speakers a chance to speak, and then as soon as they speak, we start using the chat box and distracting them. Why? Same thing with speakers, same thing with evaluators. When anyone is speaking during the meeting, no usage of chat box unless there is a disaster that's going to happen. Hopefully not. Samak, where are you? I cannot see you. But I'd like to praise you because even though there were distractions right there, you still continued your speech. You could have stopped in between to ask the timer to stop sharing screen, but you allowed yourself to face those distractions, which is something I praise you for. It is not easy to get distracted and still continue delivering a speech that you prepared for. So thank you for that. Our speakers did a great job. Our evaluators did a great job. We're all here to learn from each other. It's awesome to see that. The table topic segment could be handled a little bit differently. As we mentioned previously, for any volunteers to write their names in the chat box from the very, very, very start of the meeting before we get into the segment. And dear Emma, I could totally empathize with you because I was in your shoes last online meeting and you reached a point there like, will you volunteer or will I just kill you? And so I could totally feel you right there. And nevertheless, you kept it going with your beautiful smile and lovely quotes. A small tip for improvement right there is to just have the quotes, since they're a bit long, typed in the chat box as well for people to see. So audio and visual learners as well would suit that, so they can have the quote right there in front of them as well. And other than that, it beautifully matched the theme, my dear. Do I have any more comments? A general tip that I've learned from previous table topic segments as well is that okay. Hassan, thank you very much. I'm doing my role. You're welcome. So basically, as a quick tip here to include in the table topic segment for table topic speakers who haven't experienced table topics before is the sandwich technique. To start off your speeches with an introduction, could be a catchphrase, it could be a quote, it could be a question. And leave it up with the body, which is addressing the main question you're given or topic you're given, and then concluding it strong without saying thank you. Just general tips in the future. We are all here to learn. Yes, I am wrapping it up, Hassan. Not for you, but it's because I'm done now with my role. Thank you very much. It was great to see you all tonight. Looking forward to seeing you all again in future meetings. Back to you, Hassan.
Thank you so much, Alia, for finishing on time. Thank you. You did a great job. So now it's time for the awards. So, Mr. Zoom Master, are we ready for the announcement?
Yes, we're ready. Hello, everyone. We have witnessed some great speeches today, and we have prepared the certificates to announce at this time of the meeting. We'll start with the Best Speaker Award. We had 2 speakers who delivered fantastic speeches, and we view those certificates as a celebration of the achievements. So if you're not getting the award, it doesn't mean that you're less of a speaker. However, it points out areas of improvement, and we like to encourage a healthy, competitive environment. So let's start with the Best Speaker Award. It goes to, drum rolls, Ahmed Ala. Let's give him a big round of applause. And moving on to the Best Table Topic Speech. Drum rolls. Goes to Carol Ferris. Give her a round of applause, please. And finally, the Best Evaluator Award. Drum rolls. Are you tired? Goes to Amr El-Dok. Give him a huge round of applause. Thank you so much for participating, and I hand the mic over back to the Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, Ziad, so much. And now we need to do a last poll, a general evaluation poll for the feedback for the meeting today. So, Mr. Toastmaster, so Mr. Zoom Master, can we do the last poll, the general evaluation one?
It's on now, Hassan.
Okay. Great.
Thank you, Amr, for your input.
Yep.
You've been a great sport so far.
Okay.
All right, we have concluded the polls right now.
Okay. So that's it. Thank you so much, everyone, for attending today. It was really a very passionate meeting. And wow, there's so much positive energy. And really, we want to see you again so that we can together practice our passion of public speaking. And now I hand the mic to our awesome president, Dina Abu Saif.
Thank you so very much, Hassan, for coordinating this meeting very beautifully for the very first time. And thank you to each and every role player today. You guys did an incredible job. Thank you for engaging our guests. And thanks to our guests who actually participated tonight for the very first time. As public speakers, we know it is not easy to be put on the spot and to be asked to speak for a couple of minutes, especially if it's not a prepared speech. And I think each and every one of you contributed beautifully. And you really did teach each and every one of us something extremely important about passion. So thank you for allowing us to connect on a personal and professional level today. And thank you for allowing us to learn from each other as well. Again, as Alia mentioned earlier, Rania Leila is our VP of membership. If you do want to become a member of Cairo Toastmasters Club, there she is with her hand raised. Keep it raised. Yes, Rania, she was also one of our awesome evaluators tonight. So please contact her via Facebook if you want to consider membership. Otherwise, if you want to continue attending our meetings, our virtual meetings as guests, follow us on Cairo Toastmasters Club Facebook page. We typically post our links the morning of our meeting days. Otherwise, again, thank you so very much, everybody, for joining us tonight. Thanks to those who returned. Thank you for our first-time guests. We hope to see you again very, very, very soon. With that said, I will adjourn the meeting, and we look forward to seeing you all in the very near future. Have a good night.
I just would like to say, I'm sorry I came just now at 7, but I'm calling from England, and basically, according to, I understood that the meeting starts at 7. So can I just ask at what time did you start the meeting today?
We started at 7 o'clock Egypt time.
All right, okay, so I don't know the difference between, I was right, okay, it's GMT, and I thought that it was 7 o'clock in England, so it must be a difference in
It's
time.
5 Greenwich Mean Time. It's 5 p.m. Greenwich Mean Time.
Oh, what a shame. Yeah, I thought it was 7 o'clock in here, so it's 7 o'clock now in England. I apologize.
Oh, I'm so sorry we missed you.
Yeah, so I'm looking forward to the next one, hopefully.
Yes, continue following us on Facebook, and it's always at 7 o'clock Egypt time. So hopefully next time we will post the link the morning of, and it should be at 5 p.m. your time.
Amazing. So next time I will stick a double because I will get my turn that I lost this week.
Oh, okay. Well, thank you so much for returning, and yeah, and we hope to see you again next time. And we are sorry that things got lost in translation.
No problem at all. It's a pleasure. Thank you so much, everybody.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. And thanks again, everybody. We'll see you soon. Have a good night.